You're listening to Answers for the Family with Alan Cardoza, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Welcome to another edition of Answers for the Family. I'm your host, Alan Cardoza, and for those of you that have been listening, sending in questions and comments, thank you so much, and please continue to do so and continue to help spread the word that every Monday from 11 a.m. to noon Pacific time, this show will bring on special guests that can inspire, educate, and in some cases entertain, while bringing answers and options to making our lives happier, healthier, and more successful. Now, you can all do me a huge favor. Please forward one of our shows to your social media group or to someone you know that can benefit from a particular show. I've had so many people now that have contacted us that said that one of their friends sent them a show that was on a particular topic that they could relate to, and they were very appreciative. So, again, you can do that. We're going to reach a lot more people, and we're going to do more good together. So, as a reminder, Answers for the Family will continue to address a variety of issues, such as family crisis intervention, building self-esteem, dealing with addictions, and so much more. And we'll introduce you to talented authors and new innovations in the areas of health, security, and sometimes fun for you and your family. Now, our topic today is pretty far-reaching. We'll be talking about improving our physical health, our mental health, and one woman's journey of doing both and more. Our guest today is Saeeda Hafiz. She's a certified yoga instructor and wellness expert who also received certification from the Natural Gourmet Institute. She is a holistic health educator at San Francisco Unified School District, where she focuses on sharing her knowledge and of physical and mental wellness with diverse groups. She is the author of The Healing, One Woman's Journey from Poverty to Inner Riches. Saeeda, welcome to Answers for the Family.
Thank you, Alan, for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, I love the fact that we have you here. As I had discussed with you a little bit before the show, as well as with my producer, Jan, we love the fact that you are bringing this information to children. You're bringing it to our children that are in the public school, and I think it's at a time in which we all certainly need it. So thank you for that.
Most welcome, and I'm glad that my journey has made it full circle to where I was able to connect to things that started to put me on a healing path, and now I get to share how the tools of yoga and whole foods can connect to our students within public schools.
Well, and then just as you're going to that point, tell us a little bit about your background and what you overcame to find your inner riches.
So basically, I was part of a family where, unfortunately, we've experienced domestic violence in our family. We were low income, and everyone was trying to figure out a way to not feel the pain. And unfortunately, I've had siblings who tried to numb their pain with substances such as alcohol and drugs. And for myself, I thought that I was steering clear of those things, but when I got into holistic health and learning how to cook, once I had entered into college and graduated, I thought, okay, I want to be part of the middle class. How do you do that? And I signed up for lessons in cooking. And what ended up happening was that I thought I had signed up for a class in like creams and sauces, sort of traditional Julia Child French cooking. But I didn't read the flyer carefully, and I signed up for a class called Food as Medicine. And then I started to learn how food could impact who we are. And it was really exciting to just learn just about how the things we take into our body, even like conversations we have or who we hang out with, can affect or influence our outcome and what things we'll experience. So it was, for me, I felt sort of kind of lucky that I got into this sort of course just by asking myself the question of, like, what's a good life? Because I didn't see folks around me really having a good life. And so I thought, okay, how do I be middle class and how do I have a good life? And my answer was, okay, well, I probably would need to learn how to prepare meals and also take care of my body. So I joined a health club. And for some reason, I said, I'm not going to join unless there's something called yoga here, which I wasn't even quite sure what yoga was at the time. And it led me on this journey of taking a class with people who were twice or three times my age at the time, yet I couldn't do half the poses that they were doing, or I couldn't hold them as long as they were holding them. And so from there, I sort of had this internal nudge where I had this voice that said, hey, you're going to be teaching this one day. And so I found myself learning more and sticking with it. So it's been a very kind of interesting journey with incorporating holistic health into my lifestyle.
Saeeda, you mentioned in your book that as